Yo, what's up guys? So we got a bunch of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out in Dark Neo Storm. There is a ton of new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But anyways, let's go ahead and check them out. Let's go ahead and kick it off with our first one with the World Chalice Guard Dragon. First off, I just want to mention, just as a heads up, I'm a little sick. That's why my voice sounds strange. Don't worry, my mic is not scuffed. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with World Chalice Guard Dragon Almar-Duck, which is a new Wind Dragon Fusion Effect monster. Three Link monsters? Okay, as its requirements. It has to be a fusion summon or special summon from the extract by tributing the above monsters you control, in which case you don't use poly. The first effect is it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, with 3,000 attack. Not too bad. The second effect says when an attack is declared involving this monster and a link monster your opponent controls, you can banish one link monster with the same number of links from your side of the field and or graveyard, destroy that link monster. If you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. With 3k attack, you should be able to run over the majority of things in the game. Not a bad card at all. And it just requires any three link monsters. Definitely has a lot of potential. Pretty cool stuff. And the other bonus effect is not necessarily that bad. Next up, we got a World Regalia Demurrer Gear? What is this? What the heck is this? A World Legacy that isn't World Legacy? Alright. Anyways, let's go and check out Demurrer Gear. So it's a Dark Cyberse Link effect, Link 3, with the Link Zones being in the left, down, and right, with 3,500 attack as a Link 3, and requires 3 level 5 or higher monsters. It says you can only use this card's second and third effects once per turn each, can't be used as Link material. So the first effect says that this Link Summon card is unaffected by card effects except for its own. The second effect says if this card was Link Summoned using 3 monsters with different types and attribute, it gains the following effect. During your main phase, you can destroy all other cards on the field. That's pretty dang... Wait, dude, this card is like... What? Its third effect is if your opponent special summons a monster from the extract, you special summon a War Legacy monster from your deck. What? That card is insane. It just requires 3 level 5 or higher monsters. You can run this in so many things. Wow. I don't even know why I want to use any of it. Its Link Summon card is unaffected by other card effects. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Not a bad card, especially since you can just JD the field for like... a lot of different decks. That is pretty unique, man. I think this card is very, very viable. Let me know, guys, what you think of World Regalia Demurrer Gear. Anyways, next up, we got more Assault Mode support. This is Assault Reboot. It's a normal trap card. It says you can only use this card's first and second effects each once per turn. First effect is to tribute Assault Mode monster to special summon another Assault monster with a different name from your deck in defense position, ignoring its summon conditions. Now we're getting into crazy stuff. Definitely going to be messing around with some Arcanite Magician Turbo. Second effect says you can banish the card from your graveyard, target any number of cards with different names in your graveyard that are either Assault Mode activate or cards that specifically list the card Assault Mode activate in their text except for itself, and shuffle it back into the deck. I wish it was shuffle then draw one. I don't know. This effect is crazy. The second effect is recycle, but it doesn't give you any extra little advantage here. Next up, we got the True Super Quantal Mech King Blaster Magnum, which is a new Link monster, 2,500 attack, Link 3. Zones are at the bottom left, bottom, and bottom right. And anyways, it requires 2 effect monsters, including a Super Quant monster. It says you can only use the third effect of it once per turn. The first effect being, this card is Link Summon, it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Second effect says, Super Quant exceed monsters with different name from monsters you control a special summon from the extract to a zone this card points to, draw an extra card. Third effect is, if an exceed monster this card points to is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you special summon one Super Quant monster with the same attribute as that monster's original attribute from your deck. That's pretty cool. And then on top of that, you get to actually draw a card. Not too bad indeed. Definitely gives the deck a little bit more consistency with recycling some of the cards. But it does require 2+, and it includes a Super Quant monster. So at that point, I don't know. Not a bad card though, nonetheless, if you get it out and get the extra draw and the special summon. Next up, we got, oh, looks like they're getting more cards. They got the Super Quantal Mech Beast Lustrex. Dude, the White Ranger was the best. So let's check out the monster here. It requires 2 level 7 monsters, and it's an exceed monster, and it says it has no material, can't attack. Anyways, once per turn, you attach material from this card, target an effect monster field, and negate that monster's effect until the end of the turn. If this card is Super Quantum White Layer as material, you can activate this effect during your opponent's turn. That's a really good effect. Third effect is, once per turn during your main phase, you can attach a Super Quantum monster from your hand or field to this card as material. Really wish this was from the deck. I don't know, man. You guys let me know how you feel about the Lessors. The artwork is definitely cool. I don't know if any of you guys watch Zoids. That was an anime that I actually kind of liked back when I was younger. Anyways, next up we have the my Akashis are getting more support in here. New continuous spell card for the my Akashi archetype. You can only use either of this card's second or third effects once per turn, and only once that turn. The first effect being all monsters your opponent controls 100 attack and defense for each my Akashi monster in your graveyard with a different name. The second effect says you can send up a face-up my Akashi you control and this card from your side of the field to the graveyard to draw a card. Third effect is you can banish this card and one Zion monster from graveyard, target my Akashi monster in graveyard, and special summon it. Dude, these are all like fantastic effects. This one's obviously pretty small, but because you can go through all of your stuff, you can easily boost this up to like 900 attack. Pretty dang fast in that archetype. So that is pretty dang cool. There's so many effects for that. Next up, we got the incantation Creole Thar. New card, Light Fiend Ritual Effect. 3000, 3000. Ritual summon this card using Incantation Celebration. You can only use this card's first effect once per turn. First effect, during either player's main phase, you can reveal this card in your hand. Discard one card, special summon an incantation monster from your graveyard whose total levels are 10, but return those monsters during the deck during the end phase, but it doesn't really matter, because you use them as material. All non-ritual incantation monsters you control gain 2000 attacks, but their effects are negated. Wow, that's interesting. You could probably do some crazy one-shot stuff with that card indeed. Anyways, next up though, we get Psychic Reflector. So it's a dark level 1 Psychic Tuner effect monster, 400 attack, 300 defense points. You only use this card's first and second effects once per turn. First effect, it's normal special to get add an Assault Mode Activate, or a card that specifically lists the card Assault Mode Activate and its text from your deck to your hand except for itself. Second effect is you can reveal Assault Mode Activate in your hand, target a monster in your graveyard that specifically lists the Assault Mode Activate and its text except for itself. Special summon increase its level by up to 4. Whoa. That's beast. Dude, the Assault Mode are getting even more support. Wow. That is pretty interesting. Alright, next up we have the Keoki Solid Ogre over here. So it's an Earth Warrior Link Effect Monster, 2400 attack, Link 3. Link zones are on the top, left, and the bottom. 2 more Keoki monsters. Can't be destroyed battle by card effect while it points to a Keoki monster. Second effect says once per turn as a quick effect, you target one Keoki monster in your main zone except for itself. Move the card to main monster the card points to. Okay. Next up, we got Keoki Blade Ogre. 2 more Keoki monsters with the zones being in the top, bottom left, bottom. 2400 attack and requires 2 more Keokis. Gains 3 attack for each monster this card points to. Once per turn, a tribute monster that on either player's fields this card points to can make a second attack during each battle phase's turn. That has some potential use. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, I just went ahead. Next up, we got Neo Flamvels. Whoa, I didn't expect to see Flamvel support. Anyways, Neo Flamvel, Lady, Pyro, Fire, level 4, 1600 attack. Says you can only use this for, reach effective at once per turn. First effect being quick effect, you send a fire monster from your hand to the graveyard, target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. That's not bad at all. Second effect, if a card in your opponent's graveyard is banished while this card is already faced on the field, you can send a fire monster with 200 less defense from your deck to graveyard except for itself. Is Rekindling? I actually want to check this out real quick. I forgot if they've changed Rekindling. I remember it got hit a while ago. You know, in the OCG Tat 3, it could do some stuff in the OCG, but unless we get a new ban list, I don't know, man. Flamvels without that Rekindling, which is basically Soul Charge, but way better, because it special summons as many fighter monsters as possible, 200 defense, but you banish them during the end phase. So you special summon as many as you want from the graveyard, and there's no, like, you can't enter battle phase, or you can't only special summon certain things. It was a deck that I think a lot of people used to make Quasar with, but I don't know how it's going to be used in this. There might be some other support, so let's go ahead and check it out. New Dino Wrestlers, Giga Spino Savate? Dino Wrestlers get their Syncro. Dino Syncro. Cool. I'm so glad that Dinosaur's getting a Syncro. Let's see what it requires, though. Level 8 Earth Dinosaur Syncro effect with 3000 attack. It requires 1 Dinosaur Tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner monsters. And it says, if this card battles, your opponent can't activate any spell or trap cards until the end of the damage step. Second effect is while this card is face up your monster, so your opponent can't target other monsters you control for attacks. Third effect is once per turn you target one monster your opponent controls and just destroy it. The fourth effect, if this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one other card you control instead. Wow, this is great dinosaur support. Like, even though it's a Dino Wrestler, it does require a Dinosaur Tuner, which, gosh, what are the Dinosaur Tuners? Like, I actually don't know. I've got to check this out. Dinosaur. Let's go see what other dinosaurs. And it has to be a tuner? Like, what dinosaurs are actually tuners? This is something I don't know. Oh, we have Jirax. Maybe we're getting another one. I feel like I have seen people technically try to make some synchros in like the actual dinosaurs, but just being able to destroy other dinosaur cards that has utility, the baby Ceratosaurus, you know, that's pretty cool. So we got a new dinosaur Syncro Monster. That is pretty dang cool. Let me know, guys, if you'd actually play the Dino Wrestler Giga Spino in just regular dinosaurs. I think that it doesn't need it, but the fact that you can just utilize it in regular dinosaurs, it's cool. I think this is actually our first dinosaur Synchro Monster that we're getting that isn't a Jirac, and yeah, it is indeed. Wow. And it is, yeah, generic. Doesn't require Dino Wrestler. That's cool. Oh, dude, more dinosaurs, man. New Dino Wrestler Coleus Sila. Keep in mind, some of these names might change for the TCG. Anyways, oh, dude, this is the tuner. There you go. You can only special summon this card with its first effect once per duel. So it's a Earth level 2 with 100 attacks, so the stats are pretty trash. But control no monster, just special summon from your hand. If this card was special summoned this way, it can't be used for a link summon except for a Dino Wrestler Link monster. Well, that's totally fine. You just go ahead and use it for this. Dude, that's just like a splashable card. And that means you need a level 6. It's doable, man. I don't know how viable it is, but I'm sure people will figure out things. But besides, remember, you can destroy the baby Ceratosaurus, go for another card, or I don't know, someone's going to figure out something with that dinosaur stuff. But anyways, new CLOUDIANS. Didn't expect them to get support either. Normal spell card. You only use one of this card's names per turn, only once that turn. Discard a Cloud monster, target a face-up monster, place fog counters on the monster equal to the monster's level. Wow, that's a lot of potential fog counters on that. Second effect says you can banish this card and a Cloudian monster from your graveyard to special summon a Cloudian monster from your deck. That is not bad at all. But I gotta see what other Cloudian support we're getting. Haunted Rock, let's check this out. Altergiest Haunted Rock. Continuous trap card says if this card was set by the effect of an Altergiest card, you can activate it the turn it was set. The effect says you can use each effect of the first and second effects card of this card's name only once per turn. First effect, when this card resolves, send an Altergiest from your hand to the graveyard. Second effect says when an opponent activates a trap card, you send an Altergiest monster from your hand to the graveyard, negate its effect, and destroy it. I feel like traps are kind of out anyways, but the fact that you can make it so your Altergeist cards can't be stopped anyways, that's not that bad. Anyways, I'm really interested in the Altergeist Syncro Monster. Although I'm not a fan of playing against it, let's see what it does. Altergeist Drag Virion. It's level 6 Dark Spellcaster Synchro Effect Monster, and it requires 1 tuner +1 non-tuner monster. It says you can use each effect monster's first and second effects once per turn, only once per turn. When a special monster your opponent controls declares an attack, you can return an Altergeist monster you control to the hand and negate the attack. If this card is true and sent it to the graveyard, you can special summon it. Okay. A new Dragon Link monster too? This is Demurrer Dragon. Is it a dragon or is it a dinosaur? I thought it was a dinosaur. Alright, anyways. Link to Dark... Oh, it is a Dragon Link effect monster. 1600 attack. The Link zones are in the top center and the bottom center. Its particulars are 2 Dark Dragons. You can use each effect monster first and second effects with this card's name only once per turn. First effect saying, during your opponent's end phase, you can target an attack versus monster your opponent controls that did not declare an attack that turn. Destroy that monster. If you do, burn your opponent equal to its original attack. It's unfortunately during your opponent's end phase. Second effect says, if a rocket monster is special summoned to your field while this card's in the graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it's field. Okay. Maybe you can make something with like, was it Imperial Iron Wall? Alright. Next up though. We've got Overflow Dragon, 0/0, level 1. It says you can only use the first effects of this card's name only once per turn. When a monster is on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then, if it was activated because 2 or more monsters on the field were destroyed by the effect, special summon Overflow Dark Token, level 1/0/0. Okay. Next up, though, we got the Salamangreat Fennec, which looks like a little like cat thing over here. Let's go check out this guy. So it's a Salamangreat, level 3, Cyberse, 1600 attack, 200 defense points, which I guess could be target for the Rekindling. You can only use this first and second effects with this card's name only once per turn. First being a Cyberse monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed battle by opponent's card effect while this card's in your hand or graveyard. You can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Second effect says if this card is sent to the graveyard as link material for the link sum of a link or 2 higher Cyberse, add a Salamangreat normal spell card from your deck to your hand. Next up, though, what the heck? Cyberse Reminder. This guy looks like straight up from Transformers, though. Cyberse reminder, Light Cyberse rank 3, 1800 attack, 800 defense points, requires 2 level 3 monsters. It says you can only use the first and second effects of the Cyberse reminder once per turn. You can't special summon monsters from your extra deck the turn you activate this card's effects, except for Cyberse Monster. You attach a material target to Cynet spell trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand. This card is Exceed Summon is destroyed by battle, or if this Exceed Summon card in its owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can special summon 2 level 4 Cyberse monsters with different names from your deck, but their effects are negated. Next up, we got Grind Sweeper, or Grid Sweeper. Light Cyberse 4, 100 attack, 2000 defense points. So you can only use first and second effects of it once per turn. If a field spell is face up on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second effect says you can banish the card from your graveyard, target. And one link. Oh, you don't target. You banish the card from your graveyard, and one link monster you control destroy one card your opponent controls. Oh, it's not too bad. But you do have to banish that link monster. I don't know. I mean, the special summon is pretty easy, and you go into a link with it. Not a bad card. Firewall Guardian. Okay, let's check out this. This is a looks like a little mini Firewall Dragon over here. Anyways, Dark Cyberse, 100 attack, 2000 defense points. Each effective one's only once per turn. First effect is, if this card is sent from the graveyard as a link summon of a Cyberse monster, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. The second effect says, when an attack is declared involving a link monster and your opponent's link monster, you banish the card from your graveyard and negate the attack, and until the end of this turn, the original attack of that opponent's monster becomes 0. Also, it's unaffected by card effects except for its own. And then we have the Cynet Mining. Normal spell card says you can only activate 1 Cynet Mining per turn to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to add a level 4 or lower Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. Okay, well, it's a lot of new cards. In fact, some of these just work really well with some of the other stuff that we just mentioned. I'm actually really curious to see how the Assault Mode plays turn out, because that was like a noob bait archetype that really wasn't that great. If you got double Stardust Assault Modes, you basically just won. But guys, let me know what you thought of any of the new cards down below. Do you guys think any of them are OP? Do you guys know of any cool combos? Love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section below. If you guys got any gameplay of these, if you guys want to send in and be featured on the channel, feel free to go ahead and send in to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. They just came out, so they'll probably be out by tomorrow over on YGOPRO. But that's a lot of stuff, man. But hope you guys enjoyed seeing those new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If you enjoyed checking out those new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to always be updated on the latest Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Man, I want to mess around with some Assault Modes, because I was playing it over on my live stream. By the way, if you're not following me on my live stream, feel free to follow me on my live stream. I just played the Assault Mode stuff, and now I got to remake that video because there's so much new support. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a good one. I'm signing out.